opinions. And today we're going to get into some fun topics today. First, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. That beef again is unfolding. Secondly, we're going to talk about business partners versus contracts, like actual contracts and business partners, what the difference is. Thirdly, we're going to talk about really a good age for your kids to go trick-or-treating by themselves and a good age where Halloween and trick-or-treating should stop for, when you get a certain age. Trick-or-treating at least. So we're going to get right into it today. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Alright, so another issue spilled out. So Hennessy was on. Hennessy, which is Cardi B's sister, got on Instagram and said a few things about Nicki Minaj. You know the barbers don't take too well to a lot of stuff. So they got back at Hennessy, and therefore on Queen Radio, Nicki Minaj addressed the situation with her friend, her partner, whatever it is. Her name was Ra Ali, I think. Yeah, Ra Ali. And saying she hit Cardi B 8 to 9 times, and she has the footage, but she needs 100,000 for the footage. Nicki Minaj, look here, I don't know. She was on Queen Radio talking about it. Cardi B responds back with some Instagram posts, airing out all the business, trying to figure out. We're all trying to figure out, how all this began and started, even though it's a 2-year situation. In my opinion, on this situation, I feel like everybody has their truth. Everybody has their truth to a certain situation, to a certain degree, no matter what it is. They have their truth. In this situation, I really like both of the artists. Love Nicki Minaj, love Cardi B. Nicki Minaj is a legend. Cardi B is definitely a rising star, and she's continuing her great path. But I feel like Nicki Minaj is definitely in the wrong right now. Like, just right now. It's not like Cardi B didn't do anything. I'm not trying to pick sides or anything of that nature. But Nicki Minaj, you are a vet in this game, and honestly, it's room for all of us to succeed. Even if she's not black, it's room for all us women, you guys as women, to succeed. Point blank period. It hasn't been anybody on the standpoint of a Nicki Minaj for the last 10 to 12 years. And that's my confusion about it. It was like Nicki Minaj really never had, a gatekeeper or anybody to tell her not to, or you gotta kiss my feet before you enter the game. Nah, Nicki Minaj came in the game and embodied the game and kept it moving. And she's been the queen ever since. But like these certain actions and stuff like that, it's just like, what for? Like Cardi B, she's real. She's real, and no matter what you say about her, she's real and she's genuine. That's why that's why people really gravitate towards her, because she's real. Like everything she says and everything she stands for is real and genuine. You really can't go, you really can't go against the grain of a person like that. That's always real with you, and you know what you're getting out of them all the time. So in that situation, I feel like it's just getting too messy. It's just too messy. Then you have the other owners of, people co-signing Steve Madden. You got Diesel. I feel like it's just gone way too far. It's gone way too far. We gotta end this madness. Like, if you guys made a track together, you guys would be, you know what I'm saying? A Cardi B Nicki Minaj track is what everybody needs right now. It'll be tough. It's cool. But everybody just sees Nicki Minaj as a hater, and it's hard not to see her as a hater because, like you have Little Kim, you have people that paved the way for Nicki Minaj, and she didn't really have to kiss their feet or have to do anything of that nature to, for her to level up in the game or to get notified or anything like that. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are actually very much alike, if you ask me, and not alike in the sense of they came in the game rapping the same or anything, their path, but it's like they both have cosigns to where they leveled up in their game. Nicki Minaj had Gucci Mane, had Waka Flocka's mother as the manager. I'm not saying she didn't work hard for it, but she had, had stuff given to her to where she can, be in a better place musically You have Lil Wayne. You're in that situation. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. And Cardi B, she has Offset in her corner. She has the Migos. She has QC backing her. She has Atlantic. But in her own right, she's came up differently. We know her story and stuff. But I just really wanted to get off this topic. And, it's a hot topic this week. There's something that really happened. And it's always, overshadowing any news that's going on because these are two of the biggest artists. But I feel like they should just squash it. But not squash it, but just come to a certain understanding. If y'all don't mess with each other, y'all don't mess with each other. It's just getting too messy now. And it's just like, I feel like Nicki Minaj, in a way, is like, not just is tainting her legacy a little bit because she's too great. She's too great to even be speaking on the behalf. I'm not saying Cardi B is nobody, but it's like you're on this pedestal. Let Cardi B, get to where she has to go and do what she has to do. You don't have to hate. It always can be. Y'all can coexist. Y'all definitely can coexist. I love Cardi B music. I love Nicki Minaj music. It's over. It's really over, and I just don't like the back and forth. I truly disagree with the back and forth. And if it was footages to be shown, I'm sure it would have been footage of Cardi B supposedly getting beat up. Already we would have been to seen that. So let this go. Let it die down. We already know. I'm really not a fan of the hating thing. To be honest, it's like we all can win and coexist in one space. Point blank, period. Our next topic today, we're going to have being signed and what that really means. Like, being signed to a label, being signed to anything. I feel like a lot of these artists, a lot of these people are out here today, and I was talking with some of my peers about the same situation. It's like, is it easier now to make music and be in a musical space? Yes, it's easier now to get into music, have a musical space. You have platforms such as Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, whatever the case may be. You have outlets to where you can put your music on, download, whatever the case may be, and go from there. But at the same time, being an independent artist is harder now than it's ever been before. It's easier to get on, yes, but what do they not tell you when everybody's signing these big labels and everybody's having that money and the checks and all this other stuff? You have to sign on the dotted line. And those words above the dotted line, that's where it really comes some conflict. Because I feel like these young artists and people that are signing the dotted line, they don't really understand what they're signing. In a contract with these companies, you're signing over your life. You're signing over your life for real. Your likeness as well. And I feel like we should push as a community, everybody, entrepreneurs, everybody who wants to get on, who wants to push their product and wants to market their product. We should all start working together without any motives. Just start working together and building upon. Because these companies, the money just keeps on cycling back to them. If they invest $30 million and you make $15 million or whatever the case may be, just for saying, for example, on one of your albums, right? You're a new act. One of your albums go 70K, 80K the first week with streaming. The company is seeing most of their money because they're funding you. They're putting everything out there on the table. They're marketing you. Trust and believe, that money that you make, you're only getting a small percentage of that back. You only get a small percentage of that back. And if you're not getting a small percentage, I know that the companies are getting a bigger percentage. They don't want you guys to know that. I feel like a lot of us as young, like just the young generation, we have to learn how to really articulate and read things and understand what's going on. These contracts that you're signing, and it's been going on for a long time, but these contracts that you're signing is just really putting a chokehold on your career. Like, you can make music, you can do whatever you want, but you won't have rights to your own music. You won't have rights to your own name or likeness to your own name. Be careful what you're signing before you sign it. And that goes with everything. That goes with everything in general in life. Be careful what you sign before you signed it. It's always rules and regulations before that dotted line. There's always going to be rules and regulations before the dotted line. And be mindful, guys. Just be mindful. And what I was saying too was about the business partner. Try to become a partner. You know, no matter what you do in whatever creative space you're in, if you're a creator, I feel like if you want to venture off, invest in yourself, be independent first, invest in yourself. I know it's hard, but patience is a virtue. It's better when you take time and build yourself to the point you don't have to fall on anybody else, and you don't have to fall on a label, you don't have to fall on somebody. Oh well, we got this cash over here now if you want it, we got this cash over here now if you want it, we can market you, we can take you places you never want to, you never been, but they don't tell you what percentage they're going to be taking out your cut. And that's very much important because you're the talent. You're bringing everything to the table. The income has to come through you. So be mindful of what you sign and what you do before, be mindful before signing anything or signing the contracts. Build yourself a brand, build yourself the money possibly to become with partners with people. And for example, that's what Chance did. And I seen the interview on the Joe Budden podcast of what Chance explaining about his independent artistry and what everybody was like, oh yeah, he's not an independent artist because he's such a big name and his name came out of nowhere after SoundCloud, him breaking through SoundCloud and really become a mainstream huge artist. Chance he builded his resume and he builded his likeness and he builded his investments and his money up in order to be a partner and distribute his music. Meaning a partner, for example, him, okay, saying Apple, well, I don't have enough. I have enough, but I might not have enough to take me to another level of where I can market myself and I can, be on top. Really, just market yourself and put good music out for a good amount, on the Apple streams. And it's very, very important that you be mindful that these partnerships are not ownerships, that they're not owning you, that they don't have any leverage over you. It's very important to really try to make yourself a partner, even if they take some of the percentage out. You're able to be more stable and to where you don't have to give up everything you have to a label or to whatever the case may be. And I feel like that's very important. You have to really be mindful of that because you really don't want to be stuck in a situation like that. There's been so many situations where you hear about certain artists like really having to deal with really a tough time with contracts and going through contract problems. I don't think it's worth it at the end of the day. It's really not. And another topic I wanted to talk about, just segueing off to another topic, is definitely because Halloween passed. Happy Halloween to you guys. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed yourselves. I went Halloween and trick or treating with my son. He's 1 year old, so it's like, we're just getting into it. He's not really too fond of trick or treating. People are having scary masks and all these things. So I took him out the other day, and this is why I segue into this question. What is a good age for your kids to go trick-or-treating alone? In my opinion, I feel like it has to be around the teenage age, around like 13, 14, because people are disgusting nowadays. You really can't trust a lot of people. You have to watch your children, really, nowadays. This generation is full of sick individuals. And we have access to phones where you can locate certain people and things of that nature. And a lot of these kids are not mindful, really don't understand a lot. So it's easy to come across something of a situation for a disgusted person to enter that life of that harm that child or whatever the case may be. So just be mindful. Like that's my number one rule. Be mindful of your kids and really just don't let them go outside. This outside world is not where it's at. It's a lot of sick individuals out here, very sick individuals. And I feel like, cause I seen a lot of people. I seen like 18, 19-year-olds trick or treating. Hey, look here, bro. Hey, look here, bro. If you got a beard, you should not be trick or treating. If you have any facial hair, you should not be trick or treating. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. You out there? I walked up to the door with my son. I seen this 20-year-old banging on the door. I'm like, man, we probably live here. Trick or treat. Hey, look here. Hey, look here, bro. Hey, look here, bro. Look here, bro. This is not for you. Your time is up. Your time is up. Let these kids have it. I'm sure you had enough. And to go on to this topic in Newport News, Virginia, I'm not sure if you guys know Newport News, Virginia. Um, you have a couple famous people that live there. Like Allen Iverson, who grew up there. That place is really, it's not a place to mess with. So, but in Newport News, Virginia, I seen an article in which they talk about you have to be over an age limit of 12 or 13 to go trick or treating around there, or you will be, or the parents will be charged with whatever they're charged with. They'll charge the parents for letting them out because you had to be over a certain age. I feel like that's a little too much, but given the area, you just don't know. Newport News is not an area you should be messing with. It's real deal out there. It's the middle of the hood out there. So I hope everybody was safe on Halloween. Everybody had a good time. We had a lot of new music dropping this week. A lot of new music that just dropped. You have Roddy Ricch that just dropped. You got Takeoff. You have the Metro Project. You have K Camp. You got Jay Critch. You have Vince Staples. Moneybagg Yo. Congrats to all them that came out. I'm actually still trying to listen and get into the groove of the music. Even though I still feel like it's too much music dropping at once. Way too much music dropping at once. I'm not fond of it. And lastly, a topic I want to talk about, my cousin vote to my eye, is definitely got dag on personal hygiene and these fake haircuts. Hey, look here, males. You guys talk all this trash about females and the wigs and what you doing that for? Why you got the wig on? Go natural. Hey, bruh, if I see a dude with a fake fade or braids, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem. Hey, bruh, if your hairline is back here, bruh, if that joint, yes sir, look here, you gotta cut it. You gotta get the baldy. You gotta get the baldy, bruh. Baldy, or I don't know what to tell you. You guys gotta let go of the hair, man. Stop wearing hats so much or something. You gotta let go. If that's in your genes, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it happen. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. If I see another tutorial on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter with another man getting some extensions to his head, I respect it to an extent, but I don't though. I don't though. We males, man. Let it go, bro. Let it go. I know you want to be young, hey, but it's not for everybody. Your genes might not be as strong. Stop trying to impress the ladies with it. You know what I'm saying? The ladies will like you for who you are, just like you will like them for who they are. You got the females that transform and stuff like that. Hey, look here. I understand it. Males, I understand it. You don't want to have to pull up to a girl and it be like Smokey meeting the joint off of Friday. Don't you ever come back over here. Hey, guys, no, for real, cut it out. Cut it out. If that ain't your head, come on, man. Come on. You ain't Safari. You ain't got the money to get the plugs. But I still feel like you should just let it go. I'm just being a 1,000% honest. Especially the receding hairline. See, like Bron, you gotta let that thing go, boy. You gotta let that thing go. You trying to be like Jordan? You definitely gotta let that thing go, boy. That boy, yizzer. But you guys, been a good podcast, good time talking to you guys. I will be dropping more consistently. My bad, guys. Consistently. I've been with my son, just enjoying his presence, just enjoying my time with him. So you guys bear with me. I respect you guys. I love you guys. See you guys on the next show. I'll be dropping. I will be probably having a special guest the next show. But all right, guys, tune in to my next episode 105.